Okay, I'm going to teach you how to end the song, because basically there's one more verse that's played exactly like what we've talked about before, and then it changes a little at the end, and then I've got to show you how to kind of get out of the song. So let's pretend like we've just come out of the bridge and here's the verse and we know how to play a verse. Here finally, and here's where it changes, and it goes like this. And then the ending is. So, like I said, I'm going to teach you a simplified ending that you can use that sounds jazzy and cool, but you'll be able to pick up, and then we'll talk about some of the more complicated riffs and options in the next section, because again, teaching this note for note just simply is not going to work. You have two pianos going, and I listened and listened and listened, and hell, I get lost as to which piano is doing what riff, even with headphones, because they're both at the end, they're doing all kinds of when you have two guys doing that at the same time, it sounds neat, but it's a jumbled mess, and it's just impossible to do a straight transcription. So I apologize for that, but I will try to show you some neat things that you can do. Okay? So let's talk about what happens when we get to the end of that verse and we gotta stop. So he goes, yeah. So he's like, here. Oh, let me see here. Every dreary one night, yeah, but my baby ground been good to me. Okay, now at this point it goes to, in the bass it goes to an A, then D, E, F sharp, D. So A, D, E, F sharp, D. And in the right hand it goes to an A7 augmented. So it's G, A, C sharp, and F. And instead of doing, we're just going to play quarter notes here, because what happens is the chord changes on each beat. So A7 augmented, then plain old A7, then A7 with a flatted fifth. So the first chord is G, A, C sharp, F, then G, A, C sharp, E, then G, A, C sharp, E flat, then back to a plain old G, A, C sharp, E. And then we're going to do this, which we learned before, which is this D maneuver. D, F sharp, D, E, G, and D, F sharp, A, and D, back to D, F sharp, D. And I'm not going to spend much time on that because we learned that when we were doing the verses earlier. So it was here. And if you want to use your thumb to dum ba dun da dun da dun bum ba dum ba bum ba dum. See how you're using that to create some pace? Okay, so again, where we are is like this. Then it moves to a G minor 7 chord and it's just held. And you might stagger it like that. Ever since this gap began. Just like that. My baby grand. Then it goes to a B flat chord. F, B flat, and D. Staggered over C bass. Baby grand. Okay. Been good to me. And then we come down on this chord, just like, remember we went bottom. Well, we just skipped the little pickup note and come right into a B. This is a B diminished, half diminished 7. Okay, so we just play that chord, and then we've learned most of what you're going to play here in the intro. And this is where it changes. We go trill D, F, A, or excuse me, trill D, F, G, and then what you want to do is play E and G sharp over a G flat bass, then G flat, B flat, A flat, C, B flat, D. So see how this works? It goes like so. And then down we come on F in the bass. We just come down on an F bass, and then we simply start making some arpeggios here. And what I would recommend is that you play F, A, C, E, and then do another F, A, C, E, G, B, D, F sharp, A, and then do a little B, D, F sharp, A arpeggio like that. So F, A, C, E, F, A, C, E, G, B, D, F sharp, A, with the pedal ringing all through it. Alright, so watch the, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start just before we get to this weirdo okay, and then I'll finish it out and you can watch. I'll play it slow. And like I said, I did not go over how to do this. If you don't already know, if you don't already have the introduction to the song under your fingers, do not try this, because I'm not going to go through that a second time. It takes too long. These tutorials get too long as it is, and I get complaint letters about them. And some of it's because the songs are complicated, some of it's because I talk too much as it is, and some of it's because I go over stuff that we've already gone over. So if you have the intro under your fingers, then this will be very simple to adapt. Okay? So here we go. Coming home with me. That's where we are. Starting up right here. Excuse me. Again, excuse me. One more time slow. At full speed, it's like so. next section we're going to look at possible riffs and licks and different things that you can do to build off of these funky chords. Okay, see you there.